Just gonna sit here and enjoy this piano riff for a little bit. Like I mentioned before, this game is fabulous. Oh, I guess I can turn off the chat. Ooh, wrong button. Turn off the chat then. Never mind, it's fine. Yeah, it's all very stylized. Everything's black and white in this realm, and then as you branch out into the other areas, so this one I've played about 15 hours, about that, for the first playthrough, and then with the second one it's going to be a little bit of a doozy, but I did literally everything that you could do in this. I maxed out my powers, I fought all the side bosses, it was a good ass time. You notice also I have a lot more energy and health in this file than I do this one. Well, let's hop on in. Dive on in. So this is the weapon I have to use, the silly little umbrella, which does like half damage and meh. I also have currently a bow and arrow to my I don't know what I was gonna say there. I'm able to use. Like, listen how peaceful and pretty everything is. You hear the little clicking down there and my little footsteps. Just attention to detail like that. So the world is divided by doors, hence death's door. Oh, wrong one. There's the one over. The one that I stood in front of. Yeah, it's got really great atmosphere. I love this game. And I am completely willing to spend another 10 hours in it just to play through again and get those last chapters. Trophies, rather. It's literally just one trophy, like, beat the game with this item. The end. With only this item. Because there are a handful of items that you can find and unlock by doing various trials. But I just want this one for some reason. I mean, I know the reason. It's slow as beans. And part of the course you're able to slash and also to dodge. There's no guard in this game, but there's really no use for a... Well... Is that true? I think there's a guard. Yeah, there's a guard. What am I saying? I'm not sure if it's a certain item, but I remember being able to guard against, or at least knock riposte is probably the better. I will say, there's absolutely no maps, so I got lost a lot, but I am frequently lost, so that's just me. There should be a boss coming up. Not here, one over. Oh, I didn't find the... There's a seed I could have planted here to... Oh, I do! No, I don't. Fiddle faddle. That would have saved me some headache or whatever. Now, to mitigate the use of this very slow, very unfortunate weapon, I can use the souls I'm picking up, you'll see there at the bottom right, to level up my character's damage and whatnot. So it doesn't 100% balance out not using a better weapon, but it makes it more manageable. It's just gonna be really slow. Like, it's doable, it's just a pain in the butt. Because everything takes more hits than it would for like an actual weapon. I'd like to at least show you a boss fight, not the mini-boss, like the boss. The first one is in the... it's probably actually too far. The first one's in a different area entirely. can charge up. Oh, no, you can't charge up with this attack. Great, 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 great. I hate this umbrella. I hate it already. I think this is actually like the very beginning of the game, so you haven't missed anything as of yet. Well, you missed the very, very opening. Your character is here. He's a part of Death's labor force, which are all crows, and their job is to pick up souls that need to be reaped, because the Grim Reaper is no longer in action. So your character came to that first area I stepped into to actually pick up the soul. I've heard of a murder of crows, but this is ridiculous. You're ridiculous! To actually pick up the a soul, and he gets whacked over the head and his soul gets stolen. Now the problem with that is the crows age while they're out of their little black and white area where that office space was. So he's no longer able to be immortal as long as he doesn't fulfill his purpose, which was to get that one soul. So your whole time, the whole game is you spending the time trying to get that soul that had escaped from your grasp, only to find out, like, this is a bigger conspiracy than anyone could have known. Walk, walk. That sort of thing. Like, it's really good. I don't remember where that other seed is. The seeds allow you to plant little plants that'll restore your health. There's no other way. Enemies don't drop health, so you've got to be kind of more careful about the hits you take. Yeah, there's a fair bit of humor, even though the subject of death is kind of serious, you know. There's a fair bit of humor to the game, particularly when you start getting into the later stages and finding out the truth behind the story type of deal. I need to find a switch over here. Yeah, I did like that. If you are having trouble with the game, you can just grind. Like him, Stonehead, the gravedigger. He literally has a grave on his head, hence his name is Stonehead. Not just dark humor. Some of it's silly. Just silly. Like this isn't. He wants me to kill him, but I can't. So there's that. There's like maybe if you. There we go. Now it teaches you the charge. No, still here and still very much alive. So the problem with the souls disappearing is no one can die in this realm, and some people want to die, like Stonehead. Steadhone. Oh my god, his name is so difficult to me. It feels like dyslexia just saying it. Steadhone, which is a headstone on his head. And this is really just to act as an extended tutorial, because you definitely can't kill him. I'm sorry, it's not your fault. It happens to everyone. Failing to kill someone? I don't think so. I'm afraid I am burdened with unending life. I can't explain it, and I've spent untold years seeking an answer. My name is Steadhone. I am Keeper of Graves on the Sacred Mountain. Oh, and if you do find yourself strengthened somehow, feel free to try and kill me again. Okay. I'll try. He's a peaceful beast. He actually comes and sees off all of the bosses that you kill, which is nice. This music makes me very happy. So the first area is over here. I don't have fire ability yet though. There are also a lot of secrets, like, that's why it took me 15. I think the main game, if you just, like, kind of blaze through it, would take you maybe 10 hours, 10-ish hours, and to figure out all the secrets and to do that extra bit of work was what really... And there's collectibles, of course, to pick up. Oh, there's a seed. And one of them was collecting all these seeds and planting them in each and every one of the pots around the world. And of course there's no map, so you had to go back and like physically lay eyes on each one to figure out where the hell everything is. And then there's stuff like this. You can't break this open until you've gotten other abilities. So those are pretty typical of the Zelda-like genre. Like the classic action-adventure type of deal. And so is, you know, memorizing how enemies attack and what have you. So I can't be mad at it for wanting me to play through again, weaker than I was before. There's another seed down there and I want it. Hi Bella, those are my hands and I'm using them. It's 5 o'clock. It's not time to eat yet. Getting new dungeon items that allow you to explore further in the overworld. Yep! Those sorts of things. Although the items are powers, there's a... well, I guess it's an item. There's a bomb power-up, there's a fire spell, you start with the bow and arrow, which you use to do other puzzles, and also a hook shot, which is pretty fun to get around. I don't know if you hear Bella, but she's meow at me. I know there's like a castle thing. Crap. That I have to fight. I'm not sure where. I know it's soon. Oh, so soon. Maybe now? No. Look at these ghosts, they're ridiculous. If you hit one, they spin out in the background. Like, look at them spin. How silly. My neighbor's afraid of ghosts. My neighbor's afraid of cats, and as you know, I feed strays, so sometimes they'll come up to the front door. Well, ex-neighbor. And she was out there one time, and a cat went up to her, and she didn't see it coming up, so I'm trying to warn. I'm like, hey, don't freak out, but there's something by your feet. And she literally did like this little ghost spin out. It made me laugh so hard. I mean, I didn't laugh at the moment, because, you know, she's afraid of cats, but I'm like, it's a cat. What exactly do you think it's going to do to you, you silly, silly woman? I'm dying, man, I'm dying. Yeah, like I said, you can knock their attacks back at them as long as you have it timed right. And I didn't know that was that was true for like every enemy until much later. And I was like, oh, well that would have been useful to know. You know, here I am struggling, just struggling. I could be that scared of, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's a cat. But I don't know. I guess she had bad experiences as a kid. Like, she was meant being cats, which is entirely possible for any animal. Like, they're animals, you know? Oh, well, that one flung itself to death. That works for me. But yeah, she did like this ghostly spin out, and I had a field day. Go ahead and get some health. The range on this too is not the best. Like, there's a long sword that you can use, which is why I'm often short of these before. That extends your range, so you don't have to be all up on them when you're attacking them, which is very helpful, especially when you're... Oh. How the hell... Oh, there we go. It's like, how do I use my bow and arrow? Like that. And circle. Okay, I got it. And then that energy there is recouped by hitting enemies, so you'll never be out of it completely. So having that also will make it a little easier. So if I go ahead and upgrade my secondary kit, the fire, the bomb, etc., then it'll be easier to do bosses. However, the fights to actually upgrade these, because they're such helpful powers, are ridiculous. So I can't imagine doing them with this stupid little... I I don't know, man. I'm going to finish the game, but I don't know, man. It helps that I won't have to get all the collectibles again, because that did take a chunk of time, and puzzling out how the hell to get to them, so we'll see. Basically like a star caving in on itself. They just kind of... I imagine they'd make a Zoidberg sound as well. Like I said, there's a big old castle that's going to attack me soon. I just can't remember where. And progression feels really good, like opening up little... This is it. Ugh. Alright, here we go. So this is a mini-boss, and a good example of what you have to do to be able to unlock additional skills. So I'm just gonna rely on my bow and arrow mostly. The doodad here is just gonna be for... Oh, hit me once already. Not a good start. Also, stylistically speaking, all of the enemies, you'll notice that there are little red cracks on the back of him. They'll show those cracks when they're starting to get low on health. So while they don't have health bars, it definitely does show you that you've done damage to them. See, my problem was I was greedy. Like, I should know. Just a couple hits, and then we do the lasers. Now, the final boss does lasers, and then he also throws shit at you at the same time, so it's horrible, because you're here running to avoid the lasers. Oui. But also being fucking jettisoned. Like, I don't know who playtested the final boss, but it was unfortunate. Again, doable, but awful. What is with you with these jokes, Grim? It's the sweep you gotta watch out for. The sweep. But with the cracks too, there's that tension. You're like, well, he's gonna die hopefully soon, but how soon is soon? Cause I got to go. Oi, I don't say. Not soon enough, never soon enough. Ugh, I'm trying to get my stuff back. It's not working out that way. Okay. Oof. Yeah, there's the blowback, so it's not like you can just stand there and wail on him while he's shooting. Like, they definitely thought of all eventualities here. Yeah, the music is fabulous. I think if I could get the... I should have got the physical version. I should always get the physical version for indie titles like this, like, for real. Damn it! Oh, he's so close to me. But so am I. I've got one hit left in me. You know, he would be dead if I had a different weapon. I'm just saying. I would just like to say that. It's like, I could show you. It would take a minute, but I could show you. I'm not gonna jeopardize this playthrough, but... if I wasn't so razafrazin slow. I think you'll really like the forest area. It's very Legend of Zelda temple-ish, with the water and the critters and the bomb slinging. Gosh darn it. He keeps jumping just to, it's like he knows. Like, just as soon as I am ready to... oh, there we go. Comboing them together now. That's how you know... oh, I'm dead. That's how you know he was almost ready. But yeah, the good thing about death, it sends you back to your last checkpoint, which is whatever door you last used, so it's usually not too far from where you had fallen. And you can come back here to base from that door and use the souls you've gotten to strengthen your characters, so you're not... Hopefully you're doing more damage or taking more hits or what have you. So in this case, I'm going to go for... Well, I don't have magic yet, so I'm going to go for more strength, because it adds to the reach as well. Now, I could go for faster hits, so that when I am there trying to wail on him, it'll smack him, you know, more quickly so I can get out of there. And then faster time between dodges, helpful, and then abilities. I'm sorry, that also includes the bow, so any ability you have will do more, but I'm gonna stack on base damage first so that I feel less useless with this little bow guy. So, try again. And since I unlocked the shortcut to it, I should be able to just go to him instead of having to... Instead of having to travel all that way. This is not the right way, but I want to plant that before I forgot. I love the kind of sepia, like the very muted tones that there are here. And then of course the blood is definitely not muted. Get an introduction this time. And with the DualShock controller, you can also feel each hit, which I love. Like, any kind of action game nowadays, especially if it's a roguelike, anything fast-paced, I feel should have that buzz of the controller so that you can feel the hit connect. I've already been hit once, which is not great. Too busy thinking about my rumbling DualShock controller, TE. Now, this is on, Switch as well, by the way. It's on all consoles, actually. PC, PS4, PS5. I don't know about Xbox, but who cares? I'm not biased, you're biased. What you talking about? Okay, so that's a good time to hit him, right after the laser goes down. It's all about learning. Damn it. Where you going, buddy? Alright, laser time. Which is fine. Then, gonna fire off some missiles. Yep. I mean, Xboxes, I would have an Xbox if I didn't already have access to, like, Nico got me the Steam Deck for Christmas, so that's where all the PC games are, and I could potentially get the Game Pass on Steam Deck as well, so it really makes no sense to have an Xbox. But they do have a ton of indie titles, like, day one on their Game Pass, so that would be literally the only reason I'd want one. Because, of course, they don't really have any of the JRPGs that I am oh so fond of, you know? And as much as I like shooters, I don't play them too often. Nico and I will every now and again. Speaking of, she does, intend, whenever the hell we fix our streaming stuff, to stream. I had gotten her a gaming laptop a little while ago. So we had been going back to Steam and playing stuff that aren't just nudie games, but also actual video games. I'm doing much better this time. Let me jinx it. This should be the harder wave then, since he's almost dead. Yep, firing off too. Alright, so this is the third wave. He should be near death, and they got hit. Great. Come on. Look at those cracks. Just lay down. Just lay down and die, please. Got him! Ha-ha! Alright, only half dead this time. But again, that fight is so much easier when you have an actual weapon. There's a switch here. I would like some health. I know there's not a fight coming up, but definitely a concern. Oh well, here's one. I don't have a I don't have a seed. Booey. Okay, so up here is a little bit of a continuation of the story. And then he took an arrow to the knee. Excuse me. Oh, God. Like I said, I didn't have allergies before I moved here, and now they just kick my ass all the time. You guessed it. Death's Door. And the whole game revolves around this place. The end point for all life. I thought it was just a legend. As you know, all doors are powered by the energy of souls. Perhaps, with a truly monumental amount of power, even this one could be forced open. Sadly, the soul I stole from you was not enough. I'm afraid that our fates are very much intertwined now, fledgling. For with your assignment incomplete, your death is now an inevitability. Without the soul that now resides behind the door, you are trapped, just like me. However, fortune may still smile upon us. This cursed land is hidden to the Reapers, somehow untouched by the laws of nature. The creatures here have the potential to live vastly beyond their years, growing ever larger and more powerful. I know of 3 such beings on these isles whose combined soul energy could grant us the power to wedge this door open. To the north lives an old witch, obsessed with escaping the clutches of death. Beyond the forest to the east, a self-proclaimed king rules over the ruins of a flooded cathedral. And atop the mountain to the west, a beast of untold years, primal and vicious, with no want or desire. Her name, by the way, is Betty. I love her. And I hate her. The fight was just ridiculous. I am truly sorry to have entangled you, fledgling, but in my advanced years my body grows weary. Your path is your own now. Either venture into the wilds and reap those giant souls, or choose inaction and suffer the same fate as this old fool. Not much of a choice. I guess we're going a-hunting. Oh, I need that key. Thank you. The first area are the Gardens of a Witch. And that's where we'll learn the fire spell. Yeah, exactly. There was no choice to be made here. Just just this is how it's going to shake out, so, you know. Sucks to suck. Yeah, do you hear his little footsteps because it's so quiet and dismal? Especially when he steps on metal and things. Like, that little detail really stands out to me. It's just a small crow trekking through a kind of hostile world. And there's our gateway back. So now this unlocks the new area in the Hall of Doors. This is all the doors here will lead to somewhere on the witch's estate. So you can hop into them as need be, which makes it easier, one, to backtrack and pick up anything you've missed, and two... Okay, so... This is an example of the humor. The very bizarre people you'll run into here. Oh, hello there, my beak-faced fellow. It's quite unusual to see one of your kind upon these isles. I imagine you must be here for a soul. Not me, I should hope. Anyway, it seems our paths have intersected at an opportune moment. You may not have noticed, but I've been cursed with an unusual affliction. Alas! Judge me not by the shape of my head, but by the deliciousness of the soup inside. Pothead. Where are my manners? I'm very pleased to make your acquaintance, Beakface. Yeah, there's another character, his name is Johnson. Oh my god, I'll show you a clip of him, he's hilarious. It would seem that my journey has reached an impasse. I haven't been able to overcome the obstacles ahead and unlock the iron gates. If you would help me move on, I should be indebted to you, and we could push forward together. Alrighty, pothead. Yeah, don't be fooled. The game is pretty silly. I mean, sometimes, and then other times it's like, haha, beat your face in. Huh. That ghost just waiting there. It gets me every time, especially when there's multiples of them, and I'm like, it's like a ballroom, they're dancing! How silly. Oops. didn't mean to also explode myself, but that worked out. Really? That didn't kill the ghost? You'd think he'd be pretty squishy. Wait. These arrow guys are bad news. Those you can't knock back. Magic, sure. Got arrows of my own, bub. Alrighty. Okay, do not have more seeds. Keep your eyes peeled for some large glowing seeds. They're paramount to my survival. Love me a well-placed bomb. Especially when that helps up an enemy. Oh, there's one. Most impressive. Now make haste and ignite the second lantern. Alrighty, who made you boss? Secrets. You'll notice the enemies will flash before they come into contact with you, so they definitely give you the opportunity to get out of the way, as long as you're not button mashing and trying to do too much. I think this is one of my favorite areas. The third area, which has a lot of water, is pretty neat, and that's where... Is it Jackson or Jefferson? It's Jefferson, I think. He's a squid, kind of. I mean, he's definitely a man, but he's also a squid. It's the music there is really good, but like, there's a certain whimsy to this level, especially once you actually get into the estate, and there's all those like mirrored floors, and it's really quiet and spooky. The garden aesthetic is pleasant. Yeah, this is, every area is broken into two, so there's the outer area, and then you get into the stronghold. So the actual estate itself has a little bit of a different feel than this area does. I did like the kind of like fall aesthetic that was happening out here, though. Done. seed, perfect. And there we go, we have access to the stronghold. Hurrah! We can now venture onward, my steadfast companion. But first we should grant ourselves a moment of respite. Come, sit with me a while. As mentioned upon our meeting, I was not always quite so earthenware in appearance. This strange curse was visited upon me by the wicked old lady who resides in the mansion beyond these lavish gardens. I imagine you're here for her, are you not? Surely her soul must be swollen and ripe for the reaping, due to her unnaturally extended years. I desire naught but to confront the old witch and request she undo her ceramic deed and restore me to my former handsome self. I was quite the looker, you know. Soup? No? So be it, let us push on once more. I'm sorry, I don't want to eat soup out of someone's head. He's not going to be handsome, is he? Well, you'll have to find out. Buy the game, Grim, it's fabulous. I mean, I did get it on sale, but it's totally worth the asking price. Especially if you're gonna take the extra time to, get all of the achievements. And yes, these urns are screeching. Ugh, that thing. Horrid. I'm gonna come back for that. I definitely need more strike power if I intend to get through all that armor. I see you up there. You wretch. Oh dear. Now, when in doubt, pull out. Pull back, rather. Don't need to face them all at once. That would be foolish. I think that's currently all I can do outside. I don't have the wherewithal to access the other stuff. Ho there, my friend! I would make a good statue, would I not? Ha! So, here we are. This edifice may look unassuming, even becalming. However, keep your wits about you. Untold dangers await us inside. Now, let us dive from the precipice of adventure and enter the belly of the beast. Together! Like, the music's even better inside here. Oh, guard the door. Okay. You might also notice a whispering sound. Creepy. guys are right about the music. I've heard a lot of soundtracks in my life. Some of them incredible, others just nonsense background noise. This one's pretty up there. There should be a door or something. Oh, there we go. I'll also notice that these urns don't stay broken. And that some of them are not actually urns. You know, normal things. There's another guy here. I don't know why I keep doing that. Past him and end up rolling into him instead. Well, I have enough to spend on a power. Might do that. Yeah, none of these puzzles were really anything that I was like, how the hell do I get from point A to point B? It was really just a matter of positioning and thinking, how do I get to that over there? Or what power did I just get and how could this apply to the situation? What's the gimmick for this new area? Those sorts of things. Oh, that's where I came from. It's a wonderful game. I highly recommend it. Like I said, it was in my backlog for a long time, and I was finally like, you know, I should see what this is all about, because I knew it was roguelike in that you would be expected to die, and then by getting better, you could get past things. I didn't realize that combat was not a huge part of the game. It's just certain areas, so most of it is like the atmospheric exploration and puzzle solving, and then combat was usually just mobs every now and again, and then also, of course, the little boss fights. That's the tongue thing. Yeah. This is another mini-boss. I had trouble with him my first time, but I think we're past that point. So break the shield and then attack the tongue. And sometimes he spits stuff up. Which is a good sentence. He's fine on his own. Like, once you start adding other enemies, then it's an entirely different thing, because he's running around trying to chomp on you while you're trying to fight other stuff. You'll see the cracks I was talking about. Again, I'm sure this doesn't look very challenging, but I have beaten the game, so I know what to expect. Like, the first time coming through here, it did take me like a couple of tries to get past him, because I didn't know what his patterns were. And then, peace restored to the land. Here's the first soul for that door. In each of the areas, there's going to be 4 souls of other Reapers who have died coming to these areas to try to claim these souls to unlock that big door. And then through that big door is another sub-area you have to defeat, and then a boss. So it's all broken into like 3 areas, a couple mini-bosses, and then the main boss is the formula here. And then, of course, you're able to go back to the areas you visited and unlock different portions of the level based on the skills that you had gotten from that sub-area. So this first one, you get the Fireball spell, which you've seen some of those lanterns that haven't had other fires around it that I could light up, and there have also been, we're about to meet the first boss. And I quite literally mean meet, she's just, like, there. And you'll notice that the peaceful music stops. And she's got quite large eyes. If you've seen Spirited Away, she reminds me of that main witch. Except she's got a pot on her head. I just imagine, like, the most quavering, like, sinister, "Hello, dear. Quite unexpected to see a crow around this place. Does this mean the deal is off?" Like, what? What brings an adorable fellow like you into my little house? The way is open! Alright, you'll see that that's lit up over there, so now I just need 3 more souls. The door looks rather out of place, as if it were from another world. It actually looks a little like you, Beakface. Though perhaps a trifle more imposing. Well then, I can't help how cute I is. But seriously though, everything in this world is big and dangerous, and your little crow guy is just this cute little crow guy. Like, seriously. Need them to do a little better. Just a tad more imposing would be good. Alright, so we can get another skill, and I will be putting some points into, well, a point into my ranged ability. Yahaha! I love the lobby music. Very jazzy. Anywho, I'll do one more little sub-boss and then... Where am I going? Is up here? So yeah, I just walked down some stairs and then immediately lost. I still have like an hour probably more before Nico gets home, so if you want to see another game. This one has been pretty calming. Like I said, my first playthrough I was like, oh god, why? And I'm like, I could do this. I forgot I had a key, I'm just here wandering around like an idiot. Okay, so I can go through here. Ugh, I hate those. I will get the platinum for this. I'm going to focus hard. Dig deep. This isn't too bad since I know where I'm going and what I need to do. What do you know about Hades? Nah, that's stressful, but like the music, oh my god, so good. And the voice acting, oh my god, so good. And the art style, oh my god, so it's good. It's like, it's been my game of the year for a few years now. Especially since I actually managed to beat it. And that's something I thought I would not get close to, but then one day, I don't know, I guess it just fucking clicked and I was like, oh my god, I can do this! And I did do it. Not much, but I've seen some of the characters and yeah, they could get it. Yeah, they could get it. They could all get it. But like Nyx and Meg, I'm going to write like a whole epic chronicle about them. You know, once I find the time and the energy. Like, the voice acting is so good. And the writing. I mean, kind of required to have good writing to have good voice acting. I don't care how good your voice acting is. If your script makes no sense, I'm like, what the fuck is happening? I'm focusing less on the fact that you use nice people voices and more on the fact that what is happening. So, I need to set that on fire. Well, you're in luck, Grim. Zagreus, the main character, is confirmed bisexual, so, you know. And he's a cutie patoot. But of course, Cerberus is best boy. Very gentle so I don't fall off of this. Just start over. You're ridiculous, Grim. I just unlocked a shortcut. I have a seed. I'm going to heal before anything goes down in this next room. Because it's about to go down. These guys. Zuri loves these guys. And here's what I meant. Like, it's fine when it's just him, right? But then you have all these little guys, all with their own attack patterns, trying to come up on you, and it's like, well, this is less fine. And, like, they continue to come out, so there's no, well, I'll just clean this wave and then hit this guy. No, it's do the damage you can while you can, because that's it. That's what you got. Haven't me yet, though. I just completely jinxed that, but... Yes, because any MMO has taught you, you know, clean up the smaller mobs and then focus the boss. Not happening here. Not today, Satan. I have to laugh that he does. What is that? What are you doing? And then another thing I don't like with mini bosses is like you'd think when the big guy is gone, it's all over. Nah. His little boys can kill you, so it's Nothing is safe. And you'll notice that the bodies pile up quite quickly. I was playing this and Nico left the house and came back. And she was like, what happened here? I'm like, don't worry about it. Just dealing with some shit, you know? Piles of corpses. Come on, big boy, crack. Slow and steady wins the race. That's all I've got right now. Got him. Nice. Be free, little dead guy. She said I would live forever, but with a pot for a head, no thanks. Well, that's a silly reason to die. Alrighty. Go pop out a door so it, well, the witch is gonna pop up again. And be like, why are you ruining my life? Bleh. Oh heavens, my house is a mess. It was a mess before I got here. My beautiful urns shattered. Ahem. I mean, I must apologize for the state of my house, dearie. I wasn't expecting guests. Okay, bye. Oh, that doesn't hit her. Can I have this key? No? Why? But I want it. I'm not sure how to get that key. Wait, was there another fire thing here? No? Hello, Bella. Is it dinner time? She just came and sat in front of me, is just staring. Quiet, sure, but oh, well, there's this. How the hell do I hit that? Oh, I see it. Haha! Alright, so I can go on. Alrighty, gonna go feed my animals, and I will be back shortly with, Hades, I guess.